before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
And on second down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a third down situation where you had to throw the football.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He might want another play. Scanning the field, it's Nussmeier. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions. Now setting up third down, you're expecting pass again. Is this a situation where they're going to want to blitz, or do they stay back, play zone, and try to break on the ball?
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. This is a money play on third and goal. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Makes the grab. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. Fourth and goal from the 2. Can they finish this drive? Gets the back moving. They want to throw it. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And down he goes back at the 3. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll go to the ground. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. He's got it again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Looking for a man. It's Manning. Oh, he wants it all. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on second down. Second and short equals bow up, be physical, move a hole, get a gap, let my back fall forward. That back had nowhere to run, no push up front. Got to be more physical, Jesse, on those second down and short situations.
So for that point, David, I think you got to stick with it if you're on offense. As a staff, challenge your guys to get some push up front. You've recruited this position really well. You need these guys to move some bodies because you've got a talented guy in the backfield that can hurt this defense if you just give him a crease.
And the Tigers come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. It'll be a run on third and short. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
tell you, it was a pretty dumb decision by the opponent to go for it so deep in their own end, and this offense now is making them pay for that. After getting the ball back on the third play of the drive, they're able to run it, get the first down, and stay on the field.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Durham. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And now on second down for this offense. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run play action. Finds his big tight end. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Nussmeier. Rushes on him. Blasted as he lets it go. Got it. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. How about the big tight end keeping his concentration off that deflection?
And a lot of times you see those contested catches, but the deflected catches, those are just good bounces. Nice job by the big fella, continuing to concentrate and see the football, but a nice break for that thing to bounce right to him.
Quarterback may change this route. They'll send the back in motion. From the gun, running back on the move. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Tigers!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So they take over with great starting field position, moving 36 yards. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Moore. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Working that left side now. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Using his legs to buy some time. And the defense forced the quarterback out of bounds before he could get rid of it, had to take the loss.
Well, this defense not only has speed, but they also play with great effort. And that time on the quarterback run, they were expecting it. Everybody was in position, but they did a phenomenal job in pursuit, making sure the only direction that guy was going was backwards, running him out of bounds for a big loss.
Looking downfield, it's Manning. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
I just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Trying to escape and get it in. Turning on the Jets. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
Gets it out fast. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play has this offense in business. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the penalty, the playbook is wide open on 1st and 5. Motion from the back. The snap sets up to throw. Here comes the heat. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
This pass rush was real, man. They force the quarterback, they flush him out to the left, and he's trying to scramble around, find an open guy. They still are able to get a hit on him, and that forces the incompletion.
Back to pass. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you can tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
He'll throw it. Caught near the sticks. It's Moore. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. The Longhorns with the 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. To the air, it's Manning. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he'll just get rid of that one.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Waning seconds of the 1st half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It is perfect. They'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. The Longhorns will kick it off to start the 2nd half. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll start this 3rd quarter with a run. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Quarterback making adjustments. Takes the handoff. It's Durham. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
honestly, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body plays.
Oh, there's always football on the bad pitch. He picks it up, still on his feet. They knock him down finally, but boy, he was trying to make something out of that, and he stopped short of the first down marker.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion, like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. Finds his big tight end. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it up to 45.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
To the air on first down. Floating away. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. LSU quick to the line.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Under fire. Another incompletion on third down.
That is the exact energy they talked about at halftime. Like coming out with right now for this defense. You're trailing, but it's a close game. It's a one-possession game. Come out and set the tone. That's exactly what they did, forcing the punt on the first drive.
He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Makes a move. Touchdown, Texas! They take the lead with the 6. Now that is a play that will get your sidelines into the game with that touchdown.
And you could see once he left everybody in the dust and he was going to the house, the sidelines going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did his job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Anderson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Got it in the middle. It's Anderson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. To throw on third. Looking to the big tight end. It's complete. It's a running one. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
A lot of times when you go to the stat sheet after the game, defenses are going to look at explosive plays. Like, we're taught to be top down, stay deep. Don't give up those big plays. Make them earn it all the way down the field. Bad job giving up the big play in the passing game.
Handoff to the lone back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
The Tigers are on the move. From the red zone, looking for a man.
Talk about saving your best when the moment is the biggest. Nice job in the fourth quarter. Been grinding all day. Made the biggest run of the day when it counted the most. Picked up the first down in a pretty close ball game.
So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a fourth quarter lead. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. So now the opportunity to take the lead with a 1st and goal here. They'll try to get it in with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Home crowd not going to love it. You got to throw the ball to win this game. They do not like the play call. Not a lot of time left in the game.
They keep pushing forward. Now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. Using his feet to buy time. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. Might be calling a hot route. Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on 4th and goal. Slams ahead. Touchdown LSU! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
And the extra point is good. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He'll pull it down. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. Give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you got to bang a timeout right here. You've got 2 left. After running the football, save as many seconds as you can to give yourself an opportunity to come back and win this game.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. To the air, it's Manning. He's got the tight end. There he goes. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Quarterback adapting. Trying to make magic with his feet. Big play on the scramble. Got out of bounds to stop the clock. Picked up the first down, and now they'll try to find a way to score. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Quarterback moving. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
And obviously that wasn't a great play for this offense, but the defense did their job. They flushed him outside the pocket. But nothing worse than getting tackled inbounds or throwing it for a 4-yard gain, letting that clock tick. Nice job throwing it away, saving as much time as you can.
Back to throw, it's Manning. Under fire. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Well, they're down by one possession, trailing here late, guys. They need a completion here. They've thrown 3 straight incomplete. This is the play that all 11 guys on offense have got to lock in.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. A shot toward the end zone. He caught it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the fourth quarter, that ramps up the pressure. From the gun. Starting to feel a little pressure. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
And how about this QB coming up clutch in a big moment? Gotta have it. You've dreamed about it your whole life. He puts the ball on the money. They make the catch. Take the lead with seconds remaining on the clock.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. And down he goes. Had a chance to pull one out of the fire, and the defense slammed the brakes on it, and that's going to do it. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Sun Devils will put total leather and will get started. He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Coming out aggressively. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Finds a seam. Touchdown, Tiger. Once he got some room, it was over.
Well, there's no secret who this offense wants to get the ball to. And on the very first play, they find a matchup on the outside one-on-one. They take a shot to him vertically down the field, and he does the rest. He is so athletic, and he is going to be a problem for this defense all game long.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Moss. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to run it. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. And the Sun Devils are in the hurry-up. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Caught over the middle, it's Brown. He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line, not enough to move the sticks.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. That's caught. It's McClain. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Man, your goal of a defense is to stop them, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now they go for it on fourth down and medium. On their side of the field, you get the big stop and a chance to switch the momentum here in the first half.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
From the 14-yard line, it's first and 10. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Here's the pressure. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot, he gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Now adjusting. They use the sideline and get him out of bounds right at the 9.
And that's the money down, man. 4th down, you just have to have it somehow, some way. You're calling a pass play. You're trying to get it through the air. Nothing open downfield. And he just takes over. He just tucks the ball and runs, goes and gets it. Great job, great decision-making by the quarterback on that play.
On 4th down, going to the air. He wants it all. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
Oh, that stings, man. You did a great job calling the play. You got your guy open. Everything was executed perfectly. And the ball hits him in the hands, and he just can't bring it in. Man, those are tough ones. Those are tough to swallow.
Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room as they mark it at the 17. The Sun Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
Back to pass, it's Levin. It's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time.
The defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They'll run for it. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. The give to the back. Turning it on. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know, you're in the red zone, you bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Coming out with it, it's Moss. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wide receiver comes in motion. Going with the ground game left. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Well, that's a phenomenal individual effort getting that sack. What a dominant play. And I'll tell you, playing here at Death Valley, a play like that now is going to get this crowd hyped up. And that's something as an opposing quarterback you do not want. Take it from me. I know it from experience. I remember my true freshman year playing at night here in Death Valley. That was the first time in my life I understood what the term hostile environment meant.
There he goes. Wide open spaces. The 20. And he'll take it in and
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Buys a little time with his feet. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Well, no doubt that was the primary target the quarterback wanted, just not on the same page on that one.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the first down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Oh, they're after him. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Had to get rid of it quickly. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Off the play fake. Another incompletion on third down.
And that's the play the defense finally needed, man. They were getting gashed early. First 2 drives, they gave up 2 touchdowns. They knew they had to be able to get off the field. Great job creating the incompletion there on third down, now setting up 4th.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The sure hands, it's Anderson. On the move at the 30. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. They needed a bunch on 4th down, and boy, did they get it.
And I get aggressiveness. We get aggressiveness. We want to be aggressive, take shots down the field. First half, they felt like 4th and long. No big deal, and they get it. I imagine we'll get a few more of those.
Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down. First down. First down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense just can't find any answers.
A first down run in the red zone. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. LSU right back to the line. They go right back to their man on second and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that's the way you execute our offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Moss. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw, it's Levin. He'll off one deep down the left side. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it. Then second down coming.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that. They're taking deep shots way down the field, but give the defense credit. They were ready for it, forcing that incompletion.
Trying play action. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders.
Man, you got to give credit to this defense. In the sudden change situation, they've barely had a chance to even blink. Just a second ago, they were on the sideline. All of a sudden, there's a turnover. They got to take the field. They're on their own goal line, and a phenomenal job getting lined up, communicating, and making sure that that pass play fell incomplete.
One more snap coming before halftime. Looking for the score. Touchdown, LSU! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some...
Oh, now the kicker's going to throw it. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one.
It's a great punt. Obviously, he gives himself time to let his guys get down the field, get in position. Remember, don't let that thing cross the goal line. Try to keep it inside the 10. Nice job down on the football, setting your defense up for great field position.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, it's Levitt. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
Plucks it out of the air. He's loose. Lowers those pads. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here. That is just a perfect example of not deciding before the snap where you have to go with the ball.
Yeah, because that will get you in trouble. You can tell right away he wants to get the ball to his primary. He's covered. He comes off of him, does a nice job being patient, taking his time, hitting the drag route, getting the first down.
It's a seam wide open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too.
Oh, a lot of space. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Great job by the defense here rallying to this wide receiver and making the tackle. He is dangerous. They don't want to let this receiver get behind them, but they know that when he makes catches, they better rally quickly and get this guy on the ground. He is fast.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the second half. But we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, LSU 27, Arizona State 7.
And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Bounced off his feet.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was second and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. Trying to keep the drive alive. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
That's a down and distance that would make a lot of coaching staffs pause, maybe call a timeout, think about, but not this one. There was no doubt, Reese, they were going to run the football and try to pick that up on fourth.
Direct challenge to the defense. If you want the ball, you're going to have to take it from us or stop us, and they didn't.
So moving forward in this game, let's just see how this defensive line responds to this. Can they be more physical and start winning their one-on-one battles?
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get it done.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Running back searching for a hole. Running to Green. Oh, he's he's getting ahead of steam. And they got their defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That will put the wrap on things from here for